Hi, welcome. I'm Jackie, your virtual organizing friend. So today we're going to start talking about the 80-20 rule. I ask you to really pay attention to this 80-20 rule because you can apply it to many different areas, okay? Now, when I talk about organizing your home, if I told you, hey, I'm coming over tomorrow to organize every room in your house, what would you imagine? You'd probably picture me showing up with a car full of tools and organizers, right? Tons of bins and boxes. Since we're constantly exposed to information about the organizing market, our brain ends up associating organization with consumption. You think, I want to organize my house, so what organizing products do I need to buy? Do you see what I mean? So, both the organizing market and TV shows about home organizing are very focused on the how, what tools or containers are used to organize. But here you'll learn more than just that, because how you're going to organize or which organizers you're going to use only represents 20% of the organizing process. That's right, just 20%. So, do you get it? Are you starting to see that 80% of successful home organization is about what you need to let go of? It's about decluttering, detaching, letting go, not about what you need to buy. Rest assured, it's absolutely possible to organize 100% of any space without spending a dime. Yes, you can get organized without buying a single organizer. Now, of course, organizers are fantastic tools. We'll definitely talk about different types of organizers during this training, during the immersion. You'll learn a lot about the 80%, the letting go part, and you'll also learn a lot about the 20%, the how to, the folding techniques, the organizers. Yes, we'll cover all of that. But it makes no sense for you to come to the lessons just to see how to fold your linens, right? And do you know why? Write this down in your notebook. You don't organize clutter ever again. That's right, you don't organize clutter, which means it doesn't matter if you have the best organizers. It doesn't matter if you know all the best folding and organizing techniques, if what you're organizing is just junk. Techniques for storing items you don't use, the ones that are just sitting there creating clutter in your life. In the next class, we'll talk exclusively about accumulation. The success of your home organization project is directly linked to what you're willing to let go of. That's why it's so important for you to focus on this decluttering step, long before thinking about how you're going to organize, which bins you'll use, or what folding templates you'll try. Don't even think about that right now. In fact, don't think about it until your home only contains items you actually use. Okay? This brings me to another perspective I like to share about the 80-20 rule. On average, you use only 20% of your belongings 80% of the time. That's right. In 80% of your daily life, you rely on just 20% of what you own. This means you could easily get rid of more than half the things in your house, and you probably wouldn't even miss them. So really think about that. Reflect on these two perspectives of the 80-20 rule. 1. 80% of organizing success is about what you discard. Only 20% is about the tools and techniques you use. 2. In 80% of your time, you use just 20% of your items. Every object you own takes up space in three areas of your life. First, mental space. Let's say you have a pen, you look at it. The moment you see that pen, it creates distraction. You've noticed it. Now you're aware it exists in your home. So every single item you own occupies a little piece of your mental space. Second, physical space. If you have a pair of shoes, you need to store them somewhere. If you have that pen, it also needs to go somewhere. It's now taking up space in your home. Third, and one of the most important, your time. And time is your most valuable asset. Because if you own something, unfortunately, you'll have to spend time on it. Why? You need to clean it, take care of it, or make decisions about it. Like when you go to pick an outfit in the morning, instead of quickly choosing from 10 tops you actually wear, you're sifting through 60. Every time you glance at one of those extra tops, it takes your focus, time, and space. So remember, even the tiniest item, a bobby pin, a paper clip, will take up mental space, physical space, and a bit of your time. And if you think I'm exaggerating, I'm not. Let's make an analogy. You take an Uber. Oh, it's just $7. But then you look at your credit card bill at the end of the month and wow, and you've spent $700 on Ubers. How? That's the power of a little at a time. It adds up. Did you get that? I call it the power of a little, a phrase I learned from one of my mentors. And now I apply it to almost everything in my life, especially in my home and routines. Because when it comes to your house, your time, and your energy, a little bit really goes a long way. The power of a little at a time also makes a lot of sense when we talk about finances, and even more when it comes to the objects you own. So you might think, one pen won't change anything in my life. But what about 3 pens, 20 pens, 50 pens scattered around your house, some out of ink, others completely useless because you never use them? That pen is still there, taking up the three spaces we just talked about: mental, physical, and time. So keep this in mind. Keep these two perspectives of the 80-20 rule close. 1. Most of your results will come from the small choices, like what you choose to let go of. 2. And every single item in your home takes up those three very important spaces in your life. If you found this information valuable, share it and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.